our virtual learning. My name is Anna Byris.
And my name is Miss Karina.
And today we're going to be reading I'm the Small One, written by George Anthony. Take 3 minutes to do these things before we start. Find a space where you can get focused. Let's get comfortable and let's get ready to read and learn. Many people have at least one thing that they dislike about their body. Some people don't like the color of their hair, while others wish their feet weren't so big. Our main character, Sophia, wishes she wasn't so short. In the story, I'm the Small One, we find out all the ways Sophia's height cause her problems and how it even gets in the way of her trying out for the school play. Still, her mom tells her being short isn't all bad, and Sophia learns a few things her height can help her do. Our learning target and our SSB goals. Our learning target for today is we will be able to describe Sophia's strength and our own strength too. Our SSB lessons are SMART, focusing on your strengths, helps you stay positive and do great things. Our cool words. Gapping, when something is open wide. Perks, a village or advantage you get from something. Audition, when you try out for something like a play or a team. The title of the book is I'm the Small One. I'm smaller than everyone else my age. In the halls at school, the bigger kids sometimes bump into me or step on my toes. Sorry, Sophia, I didn't see you, they say. At the playground, little kids always want to play with me. Some even try to boss me around. Don't climb up the big slide, little girl. One kindergarten warned me last week. You might fall and hurt yourself. I think I'll be okay, I said. She watched me slide down, her mouth gaping open. My best friend Casey is one of the tallest kids in 2nd grade. Her legs are so long that when she walks, I have to jog to keep up with her. Sometimes grown-ups ask her, "Who's your little friend?" And one day while I was over at Casey's house, her grandma thought Casey was babysitting me.
It seems that everyone mistakes Sophie for a younger kid that she is. I know I would be as frustrated as her if people kept making comments about me or assuming things that weren't true. I can see why she does not like being short.
I used to try to make myself taller. I hung from the tree in our backyard to stretch out my limbs. I even ate my vegetables, all of them, but I never seemed to grow.
Sophie has tried a few things to change her height, like stretching her arms or eating vegetables, but they haven't worked. Would you have tried those things if you were Sophie? If not, what would you have tried?
Don't worry, Mom said. Being small has its perks. Did it? I never noticed any. One day, Miss Alvarez told the class that we'll be putting on a spring play. I practiced all the lines before the audition, but I never got a chance to deliver them. As soon as I walked on stage, Miss Alvarez cried out, "Sophie, you'll be perfect as the elf. You're just the right size for the costume." When the audition was finished, Mom was waiting outside for me. "Miss Alvarez made me an elf," I grumbled. "I don't want to be in the play anymore." "Oh, honey," she said, "I know you didn't get the part you wanted, but I also know you love acting. I'll bet you'll be the best elf in the whole play." That won't be hard to do, I thought, since I'm the only elf in the play.
Sophie's mom always tries to stay positive and look on the bright side to encourage Sophie. This makes me think she is very supportive and wants Sophie to feel good about herself. Miss Alvarez made Sophie the elf without hearing her audition. How would you have felt if you were Sophie? Would you have been frustrated by not getting a chance to audition, or would you have been happy to get the part right away?
Mia got the lead role, a girl walking through a fairy forest in search of her lost dog. In the last scene, she finds a box under a giant mushroom. When she opens it, guess what jumps out? Miss Alvarez's dog, Prince, played the dog role. She brought him to all the rehearsals. He liked all the kids, but he seemed to like me best. The night of the show, my first line came early. "Let's ask the fairy queen." Dramatic stuff. At the end, when Mia opened the box, Prince jumped out as planned. He jumped into the giant mushroom, which fell over. Then he leaped off the stage and disappeared underneath it. Miss Alvarez called him, but he whimpered and refused to come out. The lights came on in the theater and the audience started to fidget in their seats. The entire class gathered at the edge of the stage. "How are we going to get him out of there?" Miss Alvarez asked. "I'm small enough to squeeze under there," I said. "I'll get him." I crawled through the dust and the cobwebs beneath the stage until I reached Prince. As I talked to him softly, he licked my face.
Many people only describe Sophie as being short. Then she went to rescue Prince. What words would you use to describe Sophie after she did that?
When we emerged together, the audience clapped and cheered. In fact, we got more applause than the stars at the end of the show. My parents were proud, and so was I. After that, I stopped worrying so much about my size. In fact, I decided that Mom was right. Being small has its perks.
Sophie saved the day, as she even says she did not worry about being short anymore. This tells me she started noticing the good parts about being short, rather than just focusing on the bad things.
Our extension activity. Sophie was able to discover some great things about being short and focus on the positive parts of her height. Now that we saw what Sophie was able to do, what are some strengths of being short? And which of those strengths do you share with Sophie? Here's an extra fun activity. Sophie was able to discover some great things about being short and focus on the positive parts of her height. Now that we are able to see some of Sophie's strength, let's talk about yours. First, draw a picture of yourself. And around your picture, write 5 things you do well. Here's my example. I love putting puzzles together. I could communicate very well with others. I'm a leader. I enjoy cooking, and I love teaching. Our closing reflection. What is one positive thing about yourself that you will focus on from now on?
All right. Thank you guys for all coming to virtual learning with Miss Anna and Miss Karina.
Thank you. Till next time, I hope you enjoyed our story for today.